This video is sponsored by Nord Locker.
Hey guys, Sakir from SAKITECH, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing 10 hidden tips and tricks for your Samsung Galaxy S20, S20 Ultra, or the S20 Plus. So let's dive in and get started and discover these amazing tactics. So the very first thing has to do with the keyboard. So when I launch my Chrome, for example, and if I tap on the address bar, you'll notice that the keyboard pops up. So what you can do from here is, if you tap on this button here, you have all these various options. And of course, the first thing I want to do right here is I want to go to the settings option. So when you go in here, what you have is you have style and layout. Now that's for the actual keyboard. You can tap on the keyboard themes right over here and you can pick between all these various options as you can see. All right. So I can pick this keyboard, I can pick this one, I can pick this one. Now I happen to like this one right here, so I'm going to keep that one. So that's my new keyboard. And of course, one more option you have is you have the high contrast keyboard. Now, if you enable this, you are going to get a super high contrast keyboard. That's going to look just like this. So it's easier to see each letter and each button. And also, you can pick from these various color options, as you can see. So that's fantastic if you want to go ahead and customize your keyboard with the built-in tools. So real quick guys, most of us upload files to the cloud on a daily basis. We upload videos, photos, files, documents of sensitive nature to the cloud all the time. Now every time you upload a document or a file to a cloud company such as Google Drive or Dropbox, they do have the ability to access those files because they hold the decryption keys for these files. For instance, an unethical employee can easily view the contents of your files and cause damage to you in many ways. It could become a privacy nightmare. Now, we do have a way around this with Nord Locker. Nord Locker is a free application you can download for your PC or Mac and encrypt your files with military-grade encryption before you upload them to the cloud. And of course, nobody can ever decrypt these files because you alone hold the decryption key locally on your PC or your Mac. So basically, before you upload your files, drag it into your Nord Locker folder, then Nord Locker encrypts it for you, making it uncrackable, and then you upload it to your cloud account. The cloud company or an unethical employee will not be able to access these files no matter what they do. This allows you to keep your data safe wherever you decide and take control of your privacy. So grab Nord Locker free right now for PC or Mac by going to nordlocker.net/SAKITECH. You can also use the special coupon code SAKITECH to get 32% off the premium 1-year plan. Alright, so to install Nord Locker, launch your browser on your Windows or Mac, then type in nordlocker.net/SAKITECH, press enter, and then click on encrypt 2 GB for free, okay, and then download this for whatever system that you have. Click on download. It's going to download the Nord Locker setup file. Then you want to go into your downloads right over here. Just double click on the file, all right, and simply install Nord Locker as you can see. Click install and you're good to go. So once you launch it for the first time, you can sign in if you already have an account, or you simply click on create one. So when you click here, it's just going to ask you for your email, password, create account, you're done, log in, and you're good to go. All right, so go grab it right now. The links are down below. It's going to be free to grab. All right, let's continue. So the next thing has to do with your phone application. It's something we use all the time. So launch it, tap on the settings over here, go into the settings, and over here what we have is we have call display while using app. So I'm going to tap on this one, and you have a bunch of options. You have the full screen option, you got the pop-up option, you got the mini pop-up option. Now let me kill the volume. I'm going to call myself. I'm going to show you exactly what these things are. Let's just kill all the volume so we don't hear anything here. So I'm going to call myself from another phone to show you what I'm talking about. So right now we have the pop-up mode. If I call myself, take a look at how the call pops up on the actual display. All right, just like that. And I can even tap on this one here to expand it and then take the call. All right, so let me decline that. Now when I do a mini pop-up here, take a look at the options that I'm getting. It's actually much more less intrusive. I can continue working on other applications, and I can move this around. So I can move it around here, and I can continue working here if I wanted to. And if I want to, I can just tap to expand the whole thing, or just decline or take the call from the mini pop-up view. All right. So if you want less intrusion when somebody calls you, unless you're doing something important, somebody calls you and you're in this mode, the whole screen just gets covered up. So whatever you're doing is going to be disappeared. If you have the mini pop-up, it's going to pop on the screen. You can continue working in the application you're already in and take or reject the call or maximize it. All right, that's fantastic. Make sure you have this enabled, so if you take the call, the mini pop-up remains on the screen instead of expanding after you accept the call. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So I'm going to call myself one more time. Let's say I'm doing something important right here. Somebody called me. So here's my thing. I'm going to take the call, and as you can see, the thing remains right over here, which is fantastic. All right, I'm taking this call as this thing just floats about on the screen as I continue working over here, no matter what I'm doing, and then end the call when you don't want it. Fantastic. Now I'm going to show you one more very important thing when it comes to the actual keyboard. Now when you go into the settings, I'm going to show you something again. If you tap on the three dots right here, you get an expansion of a bunch of options here. The most important one here, in my opinion, is the text editing feature. So I'm going to tap on this one right over here. I'm going to show you exactly what it does. So for example, first let me just type something over here. So let me just type in google.com. All right, so I have that right there. Now I'm going to go to these three dots right here. I'm going to tap on text editing, and what I have right here is precision cut copy paste tool. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So if I wanted to just select, now this is just a small example, so you can use this on a larger paragraph, but I'm not going to show you that because I just want you guys to see the idea. So if I go over here, let's say I just wanted to copy the portion that says CO. All I do is tap on select and then go this way twice. This is like a little joystick, and then I can either copy or I can actually cut the portion that I just picked. So if I tap on select, and if I start going this way, it's going to start to select that area that I want, and then I can cut that out precisely instead of using my fingers, which is going to be very hard to do. All right, and of course I can also paste the portion that I just performed a cut on. So that's the precision cut copy paste tool, the best way to do it without an actual mouse. Okay, now the next thing has to do with your camera. So when I launch my camera application, now as you can see, you have a shutter button right here. So if I press on click, it's going to take a photo. Now what else I can do is I can just grab the shutter button and put it anywhere on the screen that I want. So I can put it right here. So if I'm holding the phone a certain way, I can easily press the shutter button instead of having to go over here, and I can move it anywhere I want. Also, when I'm done using the button, I just grab it and boom, put it back in its place. All right, so that's a nice tactic for the camera app. Let's move on. The next thing I want to talk about is the fact that you can set any video that you've recorded with your smartphone as an actual wallpaper on your lock screen. So let me just show you exactly what I'm talking about. Let me go to my gallery. So here's a video I recorded with my phone. All right, so what I can do with this is, and this can be in any video in any orientation. It can be in portrait orientation or landscape. So what I do is I tap on the three buttons here, and I can do set as a wallpaper. Remember, this is a video, so when I tap this, it's going to generate a preview screen. Okay, so it's going to allow me to take 15 seconds of any video and put it as a lock screen wallpaper. And of course I can tap on this button here to edit the actual size of the video. If I only want like 10 seconds, that's fine, but you can go up to 15 seconds. I'm going to cancel this. I'm just going to use the entire video. So let's say set on lock screen. Okay, it's going to say wallpaper applied. So if I go to my lock screen now, it's going to be using that video wallpaper as my actual lock screen. All right, so that's absolutely fantastic. Video wallpapers that you've taken with your camera can be used as your lock screen wallpaper. Remember, you can do it in portrait orientation or landscape orientation. Let's move on to the next tactic. And one quick thing with the video wallpaper, now when I go to my lock screen and when I double tap on the screen to wake it up, I can always press and hold to watch the entire video wallpaper without the screen actually shutting down. All right, so if we press and hold, everything else disappears. You just see your video. So that's fantastic. It's happening on your lock screen. No stutter, no lag. All right, let's move on. So next up, let's talk about notifications. So when I go to my setting, now as you know, the phone does not have LED notifications, unfortunately, but we do have the option to enable a different kind of notification. You go to your settings, then you scroll down and you go to accessibility, And from there, what you want to do is you want to go to Advanced Settings, okay? Under Advanced Settings, if you tap on Flash Notification, you actually get two options. One of them is the camera flash notification. So every time you get a text message or somebody calls you, the flash is going to blink in the back. A lot of people know about this, but here's the one that you don't know. You also have the screen flash option. So when I disable this and enable this, the screen actually flashes every time I get a text message or something like that. And I can also do a quick preview here. So that's what's going to happen when I get a text message. The screen actually flashes. So I just sent myself a text message and you see exactly what happened. So that could be easier to see because the entire screen actually flashes. So just one other way to get this thing done. Now under the same area, there's another setting that might be of interest to some people. Now this is known as the notification reminders. Again, you don't have a constantly blinking LED light to remind you that you have a notification. So what you can do is you can enable notification reminders and then tap on this one and basically remind me every 3 minutes that I have a notification that has been unread. And of course you can tap and select the apps that you want to use this application, this trick for, messages or phone. All right, in this case, that's all I picked. So if I get a text message and I don't read it and I walk away, I'll come back in 3 minutes. Every 3 minutes, I'll get a reminder again that I have an unread text message. You can also tap on this one and change to 5, 10, or 15-minute intervals. And of course, if you want, you can also vibrate when the sound actually plays, if you also want vibrational feedback. Alrighty, so those are notification reminders for you guys. Now, when you try to turn off your device and you pull this down, you tap on the power button, you get 3 options right here. There's actually another option you can enable that's going to show up right here. So what you do is you go to your settings, all right? Then you go over to your lock screen, and then from here, what you want to do is you want to go to Secure Lock Settings. You tap on this. You do have to put in your PIN number to access this area. And then from here, what you want to do is you want to say Show Lockdown Option. So when I enable this and when I go back out, now what happens is when I tap on the power button, I have the option to go to the lockdown mode. Now lockdown mode is actually very special. Let me show you what it does. Let's go back over here to lock screen, go to Secure Lock Settings, dump in your PIN number, and basically when you turn off your phone with the lockdown option as opposed to the power down option, you are not going to be able to use smart lock, you're not going to be able to use your fingerprints, and you're not going to see any notifications on the lock screen, okay? So you have to actually put your PIN number in there to unlock your phone. This is a tricky option, so let me show you what it does. Again, if I tap over here, if I go to a lockdown mode, the phone is now locked. I'm unable to log in with my fingerprint sensor, okay? What I have to do is I have to put in my PIN number. So if I was sleeping and some crazy person tried to grab my hand and try to put it and unlock the phone, it's not going to happen. They have to put in the PIN number, all right? So these things might happen very rarely, but you have the lockdown option to protect you. If you're about to go to sleep, just go to the lockdown mode so nobody can unlock your phone by putting your grabbing your fingerprint and just casually putting on there, unlocking the phone. So now they have to put the PIN number, which is much harder to do as opposed to a fingerprint if you're asleep. Alright, so that was the last thing I want to share with you guys. I hope you guys learned something new, something exciting. And of course, if you do have any questions, comments, or concerns, drop them down below and let me know. And for now, guys, have a fantastic day, alright?